Good morning everyone, welcome to Lost Phoenix Gaming, the home of tips, tricks, guides and tunes for Forza Horizon. We're on the winter season of Series 33 and we're having a look at the tip of the iceberg for the Maserati Tipo Birdcage. It's a road racing series, classic racers A class. And we've got Glen Rannoch Hillside Sprint, Princess Street Garden Circuit and Holyrood Park Circuit. That's what we got for these. So let's get this loaded in. Kira's doing a bit here, and what car am I going to have is quite a few, and there's quite a few are quite expensive. One of the cheapest amongst this is the Ferarri Mondial, the 500 Mondial, greatest hits tune. On auction, this is about 500,000 credits, and this is actually a pretty decent car, although I will warn you guys, it is a little bit slidey, a little bit drifty, so traction stability definitely advised. The share code for this tune is up on the screen now, so this is a good car. It's very cheap on auction and it's a lot cheaper than the alternatives, so grab that, get this tune on it, and we can go for a blast around this one. Let's get loaded in. And it's the Glen Rannoch Hillside Sprint. That's what we're after. And highly skilled is what you want. I've got traction on, I've got stability off. Although, I'm telling you now, put stability on. It will benefit from this. Because I'm doing this audio after I've recorded the footage. So definitely put the stability on. But this has gone off like a rocket. First place in about 10 seconds. And power is not the problem on this car, it really isn't. It is just going to be a little bit on the slidey side, so a bit of braking carefully does it into the barrier. So yeah, stability is definitely going to be your friend for this. But you know what, I'm in first and I'm absolutely flooring it, slamming the brakes down, not really doing a lot in all honesty, because it hasn't got winter tyres on it. Because if I put winter tyres on, it takes it out of its class. So there's no way I can have this car with winter tyres on. I have to sort of just live with it. And it is a little bit on the slidey side, as you can see. So if you can sort of get your head around that and get used to that, and even if you don't mind smacking barriers here and there, but you can take corners fairly sensibly on that one. And I didn't even hit anything on that. A little bit slow, but it can be done. It is actually the control on this car, although stability does help you on this one. I'm gonna have to brake really early for it, going round, little tap there, but nothing too major. And I know I'm probably gonna get people coming on saying this car's a bit too slidey and stuff. Well, you know what, it is, but in reality anything you can use for this event is going to be slidey. It's like the classic racers. They're going to be slidey cars. They're not sort of really built for this sort of weather conditions. And certainly when it comes to like winter tyres and stuff like that to give you a bit more stability in this sort of condition, it puts it outside of the class and you just cannot handle it. Although I do think a lot of the problems I'm having on here is due to the lack of traction and stability being on. So traction is on, stability isn't, and I do think this is where a lot of my problems are coming from. Because as I said, I did this recording and I'm sort of coming back after the fact and doing the audio for it and editing all together, and all that sort of stuff. And I did this event and I did the next event without the stability on, and I was having, it was like this, it was all far too slidey, all too silly. However, for a third event, I actually put the stability on, and it was actually driving a lot nicer, it was a lot more stable, and it worked. But this is why I'm saying to you, put the stability on from the outset, because there's a lesson I learned while doing the first two that you need the stability. So I'm telling you this nice and early, rather than sort of following my example and going, yeah, I'll be fine, and then end up with stuff like this. And you go, actually, I probably do need to put stability on. So I've learnt that lesson. I'm sort of passing that lesson on early. Okay, right. Hit rewind on that. I hit the tyres and totally stopped. So, right, carefully does it. Yeah, and through the line, first place, job's a good one. That's pretty convincing. Right, easy win, no problems, and just go from there really. So let's skip through all this and get back into the map. Back into the map, and what's next? Princess Street Gardens, yeah, I'll go for that one. The Holyrood one isn't too bad, so I'll sort of leave that till last. Let's have a go at this one, shall we? So, Princess Street Gardens, continue the event, pick the Ferarri 500 Mondial, and just go back into it. And it's called Princess Street Gardens. I have a tendency to call it Princess Street Gardens. I sort of misgender the event name, you know. This is what you got. And onto the line. Go, 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 go. Pull in between new lot. 6th place, 5th place, 4th place, 2nd place and 1st. And completely losing it on that corner because I didn't brake early enough in an attempt to get past you lot. And yeah, this is slidey, so definitely stability on, traction on, ABS on, and this will get sort of the best out of this car, because at the moment you can see how slidey this is when I'm just attempting to take corners. 3rd place, I'm going to catch up with you lot, because, well, that's just what I'm going to do. I'm going to catch up with you. This is the speed zone. Johnson Terrace, I think it is. I'm going to get past you, give you a nudge, go into the shop and get my foot down. Bit of a dodgy driving because I hadn't learned my lesson of putting my stability on after the last event. So if I was going to go back and do this, which I am going to go back and do this, so it's one of those where sort of like, if I were to do this again, I would definitely put traction stability on from the outset. Braking carefully does it. You can do it without the stability, although it's a lot easier with it. So round here, little drift, and 2nd lap out of a 3, bouncing it around all over the shop. Never clever. Yeah, this is not the best circuit for this. This really isn't. Yeah, again, I don't like these Edinburgh ones. I don't like the Edinburgh circuits because there's too many corners, it's too windy, there's too much stuff to crash into. Into the wall, into a barrier. Oh, this is literally just put your foot down and point it somewhere in the right direction sort of effort. And you can see why after this, I actually said, right, I'm going to put stability on. After doing this event and seeing how bad this is, knowing how bad this is, but I just need to go and sort something out for the 3rd event. So we're on to our 3rd lap now. Go around the corner, try not to hit stuff. Yep. It's a bit of a big win if I don't crash into things. Although I don't think I've... Oh, actually, yeah, I did it. Excellent. I got round. A little bit of slidiness. So give it some braking. Round. I've got about one car quite close behind me. Broken away from a pack a little bit. And I've got the speed zone down here. So right. Foot down, get some speed up. Worst case, I've got a wall to bounce off, you know. Give it a drift round. That's not too bad. Slow it down. Don't hit the shops. Keep going towards the end. Give a little drift across that one. And then it's only one corner. And I've got a pretty straight run towards the finish line. If you go too wide like that, don't be too scared to go on the pavement, you know, onto the snowy bit. But that's through the line. 1st place, job's a good one. Absolute crazy stuff and proof positive. You need stability for this stuff. Into the map, into the game, one left. Holyrood Park Circuit. This is not a bad one, but it is one which has got a couple of dodgy places. But it's also got a couple of places we can really kick it and get some distance going. So, Holyrood Park Circuit. Continue event, pick the Ferarri, And let's get loaded in for all these dancing screens. Okay, Holyrood Park circuit, tip of the iceberg. Right. Stability on. I should have done that from the first event, but I didn't. I left it to the M1 because I just saw how dodgy it got on the last one. So stability's on, traction's on, ABS is on, and let's pull away and let's get past this lot. There you go, first place in about 5 seconds. That's not bad. You can see the stability kicking in there. Definitely stopping me sliding around too much. This is why I'm sort of making this really big point. I will have people saying, this car's too slidey, this, that and the other. Yeah, it is. That's why sort of stability negates that. But I was trying to sort of drive with some of the assists off. Sometimes all, sometimes some of them, sometimes none. And this championship definitely is the one where you need to be sort of being a bit more cautious and being a bit more friendly when it comes to the assists, because they will help you out. And I'm absolutely flooring this. Global influence, 648, I've leveled up, fantastic, got a wheel spin. Why not? Carefully does it around there because I'm getting onto a bit now where I can properly floor it. That was a dodgy bit back there and I did bash a few things. But this is where I can properly get my foot down and build up some serious speed and get some serious distance going on from the rest of the pack. And the end of the lap is up here. So it's just a case of kicking it, getting the speed going. Although you probably have to slam down the brakes in a bit. Yep, slam down the brakes, take it wide. Yeah. Stability, definitely your friend for this one. And you see how much better this is driving on here compared to the last event. And that's just that one setting, that one little change has done it. So this is a bit of a dodgy part where you can go wrong quite easily, but it's done alright. Just took it. This is the other little dodgy part, pretty much all the way around here, really. This is where you can sort of smash into way too many things and get slowed down. So, right, go. I'm not that fast, just get my foot down, get a distance, because I know once I get round this last little bit down here, I'm onto the fast part, the fast ring, and that will get me a decent bit of distance again going up to the finish line. So I've done that. Slam brakes down, give it a little bit of drift. You can still drift it slightly even with stability and traction turned on. And let's kick it, shall we? Let's give it an absolute flooring. And let's go around here. Let's get some distance and then we can get onto our third and our final lap for this one. So there's the line. Third lap, final lap. Right, keeping that speed going. Wobbling it a little bit because I'm trying to get little drifts in. I don't want to brake too early. But keeping the foot down. And I'm absolutely hammering this. And you can see the big difference of how this is driving, how this is handling in comparison to the other two events. And this absolutely just rocks it. And it's a really cheap car because there's a lot of cars you can use for this, which are pretty expensive. And this one has got some serious power to it. With the right setup, you can have some decent handling, and it will definitely do the job. And at about 500,000 credits on auction when I looked at it. There's 500,000 credits, so that's definitely affordable. So round here, give it a little spin. Missed the checkpoint, right. No, I didn't. Okay, I think I did, but it hasn't counted. It hasn't said you've missed it, so I'm just going to go. I was expecting to hit rewind at that point, but all it is now is foot to the floor, get the speed up, and let's get this championship out of the way. Finish line, definitely in sight, and through the line, first place, job's a good one. Yeah, okay, 20 points, give me a total of 60. That one. Let's see how long these guys take to catch up with me. They're already about 3 seconds a lap behind me. So you're looking about 12 seconds difference there. So yeah, tip of the iceberg completed. Bing, bing, bing. That's all of that stuff done. and that gets me the car, which is a Maserati Tipo birdcage, which is trash. You cannot sell it on auction house because nobody wants it. It's absolutely horrendous. But it's not a bad car to have in your collection. So that's that championship out of the way. If you want to have a look at the other championships, you want to have a look at PR stunts. I'll put some videos up on the screen now, so have a look at them, check them out. And until next time, thank you for watching. Take it easy and happy driving.